Ladies and gentlemen, today's video is going to showcase a store that is very creative. I've never seen something like this. It's a fashion store, but one unlike anything you've ever seen. And they've done up to $7 million in a single month. So it's definitely worthwhile to see how they actually did that. Now, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to go through their store on Shopify, of course. We're going to go through their ads. We're going to go through their TikTok to get a good look at their overall marketing strategy. And we're going to learn a lot. So the store is called Tipsy Elves, and they sell what they call fun clothing and outfits for everyday holidays. That's really all it is. So you can see why they could do, such a big month in terms of revenue. It's because their average order value is very high. They sell these overall snowsuits for about $200. And as you see in December, which is probably the biggest month for them for the holidays, they did 1.3 million monthly visitors. So it actually does add up. I am getting the data from store leads, which is probably not entirely accurate, but these videos are just for educational purposes. It's not, to be taken to court or anything. So don't use this data as gospel or anything. But yeah, I think this is pretty impressive. Obviously, their traffic completely died down now in the first quarter of the year, which makes sense because these are mostly products that people would buy for the holidays. However, that's going to be changing now that we're going into summer. I'm sure they're going to be rotating into their summer collections, such as these shirts that are, like a hot dog golf polo. That's pretty funny. Let's actually look at that, right? Because this is going to be a trending product for the summer now. This is very well done. Wow, this landing page is amazing. So they have scarcity. They have buy one polo, get one 50% off. And, you got a lot of different options here for polos. You got tacos. You got, who knows what kind of things. A lot of different things. And yeah, it's just a very well done landing page. It explains everything in very simple terms, right? Like they got moisture wicking fabric, whatever that means. Very soft, stretchy and wrinkle resistant. That's all you really care about when you're buying one of these shirts, right? So why shop with us? Well, they kind of handle your objections. Like, why should you shop with them? Well, it's because they got a lot of satisfied customers. They've been on Shark Tank. They got good customer service and endless high fives. I guess that's part of their identity, their brand identities, I guess, bringing people together, which is super cool. And yeah, that's about it. This is really nice, actually. This help desk or help footer section is really, really clean. So you can chat with them, track with them, and just get more help. Love it. That's actually so cool. Now let's take a look at their ads, because this is where we're going to learn actually how they're popping off and which products in specifically are popping off for them. So if we look at Tipsy Elves, we see this Peep, these huge Easter savings. Curb your sweet tooth with 20% off the Peeps collection with code PEEP20. So they're licensing, by the way. This is a licensing deal because Peeps are a type of candy. So that's pretty cool. And, this is probably aimed more so at middle of the funnel / top of funnel. It's probably a little bit of both. Let's take a look at the actual video here. Oh, it's actually just an image. It's a bunch of different images put together in a slide. This is a really good ad format because it's super simple to use. Anybody could literally make an ad just like this, just with a product photo, by the way, on Canva. So Canva allows you to remove the background of an image. It allows you to add these sorts of blurbs like 20% off. It allows you to make the images into a video and make a gradient background. So anybody can make an ad like this with what I just mentioned. And even if you don't have the product on hand, right? Because you just need images of the product. So that's pretty cool. And then they have more stuff. Honestly, their ads are kind of underwhelming, I will say. But they do look nice. So that's kind of what they're going for, is they're trying to maintain a very congruent product image. But unfortunately, that doesn't always work the best necessarily for conversion optimization, because let's be honest, who's going to engage with these ads, right? Like probably only somebody that knows about the brand. Maybe for something like this, where like the hot dogs are kind of funny, or this one where it's like an American flag, people would engage with it. But that's something you got to keep in mind. I would say, at least from our clients, we look at millions in revenue every month, and the ones that perform the best, the fastest with Meta, have the most engaging content. That's the bottom line. So if you're not making content that's engaging, you're basically making bad ads. And who wants to see a bad ad? The goal of your ads should be to be engaging enough to where people don't even know it's an ad. That's the best. Then they're posting a lot on TikTok. I will say their TikTok stuff is super good. Okay, maybe not super good, but it's really good. And they should totally be utilizing this for meta ads. But again, a lot of brands are just like, this is what it feels like to me, okay? Because I get to work with a lot of different levels of brands. And it feels like to me, like the brands that are bigger, that have a little bit more bureaucracy in place, they're afraid to test these things out with paid media. But it's such a big mistake because they'll be able to find audiences that they never imagined would like to shop their brand. Because that's kind of another little golden nugget. You're getting a lot of golden nuggets in this video, but the creatives are really the thing that does the targeting on Meta the most. So, of course, if you test something completely new, you may get a whole new audience that you're targeting. I think some of these could do quite well on Meta. So, I think that's a big mistake that brands make. But ultimately, they got some good TikToks. And they are building a pretty decent sized audience on here. So I'm guessing they are running TikTok ads, which makes sense. But yeah, I mean, that kind of covers it. I thought this niche was very interesting. It's definitely a seasonal thing, but there's a lot of, I'm not a huge fan of seasonal businesses for myself, but I would love to work with a brand like this to get that experience and be able to see those huge months where like everybody comes to shop and it's just hyped up. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you need my help for anything, make sure you reach out in the comments, join our Discord, fill out our form if you want to work with my team. And if you don't even have a Shopify store, use our free AI Shopify store builder. It'll build a custom store with products in 12 minutes. You just got to click a few buttons and it's free. It's pretty awesome. All of that in the description, but that's about it. Peace.